Anyways, we have an IGL matchup today. PMRLR Esports White. Try saying that 3 times fast. Versus Intercept Bricks. It's Tier 3 Division 4 2v2. Yeah. Keep going.
PMRLR Esports. Yeah, we good.
Yeah, you did a really good job.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Amberger, could you do us a favor and get a prediction going of who will win between PMRLR and Intercept Bricks?
I have a bone to pick with PMRLR Esports.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to say this name consistently. Thank you, Amberger. And just like 5 minutes on the timer will be plenty.
And I was about to start the lobby, but I put the wrong name and password in. So players, if you're in the chat,
also can you like invite me to the? Can you invite me to your party?
I should do that actually. Yeah, once this black screen finishes, I'll do that. That would be smart.
All right. But it's a tale of 2 teams, 2 opposite teams. PMRLR Esports White 0-1 overall, 0-3 in the game score. They have 6 goals for, 16 goals against. So they're at a -10 goal deficit. Not a strong start to the season.
Especially after 1 series. That is significant goal deficit.
Yeah. Yeah, they got bapped. And that happens. You know, sometimes even if you're a good team or you have good individual players, it takes time to find that rhythm. So we'll see if they can find that rhythm today against the Intercept Bricks, who are Agro and Yiotre. They are 1-0 overall, 3-1 in that game score with 15 goals for, 11 goals against. They are all about the offense. They don't care too much about the defense. They're almost allowing 3 goals a game.
Defense overrated.
Defense is overrated. If you score more than your opponent, then you're winning. It doesn't matter.
I mean, that is the kind of analysis that we expect from you, Dodo, and that's why we've got you in here. And speaking of being in here, let's just get this one started early. Everyone's in the lobby. Should we just get popping?
I think let's just get popping.
And that way maybe people won't notice my lack of preparation. So I'm thinking, yeah, I think we get it popping. I'm gonna switch to spectate. Players, if you are in the chat, get out of it, get into your cars, get ready. I will give you the go ahead briefly. And we will see you on the other side after we just run this very brief intro. And look at that. We have PMRLR Esports versus Intercept Bricks. Game 1 in this best of 5. Dodo, I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am so excited to see this Bricks offense in action. And right now, actually, their defense wasn't up to snuff. It's the PMRLR. I cannot say that name fast enough. That's going to throw me off so bad. It's the PMRLR offense that's popping off to start.
Absolutely. Their name is problematic, and the only alternative, perhaps even more so, they are the PMRLR Esports White team, but I don't really want to go ahead calling them the Whites.
No, we're not going to do that as Dink Driver puts in a second goal. It's a 2-goal lead, 18 seconds into the game. The Bricks are in disarray to start this series.
I mean, we mentioned their lack of defense, and we we gave them props for a pretty tasty offense, but you need to touch the ball to get your offense started, and so far the only time they've touched the ball has been on the kickoffs. And again,
it's a third.
What is happening right now?
It's 3 kickoff goals.
Yiotre has touched the ball once outside of a kickoff. I just looked at the stats. I don't know what to say.
Agro has touched the ball 0 times.
Yeah.
But Dink Driver and Shadow, they have clearly been practicing their kickoffs, and it is paying off massive dividends right now, as finally more than 10 seconds goes after a kickoff, and Agro gets removed by the field by Shadow.
I mean, you look at the bright side. Intercept got simultaneous touches on the ball before the opposition scored. So, you know, they're improving. What is happening right now?
Yeah, Agro couldn't come up with the touch right there. It was super awkward. Yiotre was on the wall there, really needed to find that touch at the corner, but oh, well, the thing to remember, though, that this is just game one. We've seen series where a team wins 7-0, 8-0, and then they go and lose the series still because it's still just worth one game.
And when we look at the circumstances that the opening 3 goals at least, like immediately after the chaos of kickoffs, I mean, it doesn't really give you an indication of how the rest of the play is going to come out. Like, if Intercept can adapt to, you know, not conceding off the second touch after a kickoff, then the whole game's going to open up. We're actually going to see what's what. And now, after a period of open play, we do see Intercept Bricks with their first goal. And they've got plenty of time to get back into this one.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for the Bricks, but that doesn't take away from what Shadow and Dank Driver have done to start this game. 4 goals in less than a minute. That's a super impressive start. Let's see if they can keep that momentum as Agro gets a pass off to the middle here. Shadow will pick it up, take it to the midfield, and Dank Driver picks up that mid boost as it's off the wall now, but will flail past the ball.
Yeah, and you actually mentioned like the 4 goals in a minute. I'd like to see, it was 3 goals in 30 seconds or something. I'm not sure I've ever casted a match with that many goals in the opening seconds. That was bizarre and crazy. And like you said, incredibly impressive.
Oh, Agro now has this ball to the corner. 56 boost, pokes it over one. And does Yiotre have the shot? No, just wide of the net. Couldn't get around the ball, but the opportunities are starting to open up for the Bricks.
Yeah, we hope to see it as Agro may have gotten that over Shadow, but Shadow equal to it. Now it's up to Yiotre to keep on the pressure. Both players from PMRLR in the same corner there, but they did enough to get that one out. Now it's Agro trying to bring it around the sidewall. Oh, Yotre's just been bumped out of goal, and Dank Driver capitalizes on the opening that he created. And this was a really heads-up play.
Yeah, Dank Driver getting a little physical there, turned around and was just fortunate to be there where the ball was from the pass from his teammate Shadow. Beautiful play by PMRLR Esports White.
I do wish they'd stop scoring so we could stop saying their name. That's the only reason. Oh my goodness! Oh, Dank Driver just falls from the heavens to stop that one. But it's going to be Yiotre that's going to have an opportunity now. He's picked up the mid boost. Big 50 here in the corner, but Dank Driver actually gets to it cleanly. But where is the second defender? Dank Driver trying to put off Agro, who's just going to dish it himself. I thought he was looking for the pass, but instead he just sneaks it under the crossbar and beats the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Agro pulling out some ones plays right here, saying, hold on, me and my teammate are struggling as a unit. Let's get the solo plays going, maybe generate some offense there. Beautiful play, 3-goal game. Plenty of time left for Intercept to make the comeback.
Yeah, at the moment it's 2 steps forward after 1 step back since they conceded that 4th goal in the opening minute. But at this rate, I think they can get something started, and if not equalize and or win, they should at least be able to get some confidence, some momentum heading into the next game. But, I mean, they've got every possible... They're extremely capable of coming back and actually winning this one. From what we've seen, although Dank Driver's just going to beat the defender to the ball and put that into the open net.
Yeah, Dank Driver showing a bit of speed right here. Agro, an ill-advised challenge in the midfield. Dank Driver just pokes that over him. It's a 4-goal lead, and... You know, you were talking about how Intercept can get it together. Well, it doesn't look like they've found that rotation yet.
No.
You know, they've scored a couple goals, but the rotation's not there.
Yeah, it's still shambles, like in the midfield on defense especially. Just a few rash challenges, a little bit of an overcommitment here and there, and it is just building up. And PMRLR are just jumping on every little mistake and finishing with efficiency and with clinicalism. Is that a word? Sure.
Let's say clinical precision.
Clinicity?
Yeah, let's go with clinicity as Agro has an opportunity. Gets turned away at the last second. Another beautiful save by the PMRLR defense. Oh, I need them to stop doing things because those letters are going to haunt me in my dreams.
PMRLR are doing well.
Oh, did Agro just own?
he had a good old try at it. Yiotre, though, getting in the way. But I mean, both of them are just getting in each other's way here as Agro eventually figures things out and gets the ball towards the corner, but I don't think there's much boost to go around here for Intercept Bricks. They do get the clearance down the other end. Let's see if they can build on this and get some offense going.
Yeah, and PMRLR are playing very wisely right now. They're just kind of playing off the ball, kind of letting the Bricks do their thing, making the saves when they need to, and not overcommitting and not giving up this 4-goal lead that they've worked hard to build.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I did expect Bricks to kind of come roaring back after we saw 3 goals from kickoffs. Whenever I see that, you know, I kind of think, it's a small adjustment to not concede after a kickoff every time.
Right.
But, I mean, they made that adjustment, and PMRLR just kept scoring.
Yeah, PMRLR going to take a decisive Game 1 victory. You know, they're at a negative 10-goal deficit before coming into this game, and they just cut it down to -6 on the season with 1 game.
That is incredible. I mean, the first 30 seconds, we looked at the scoreboard. Yiotre had 2 points. Agro had 0, which means they had only touched the ball once outside of a kickoff. And there were 3 goals down.
Muntz, I'm going to give you some analysis here.
Do it.
That's not ideal Rocket League.
Yeah, that's it's not optimal, that's for sure. But let's see if Intercept Bricks can muster up something here in Game 2. This is a best of 5. They've got plenty of time to adjust. But PMRLR looking really solid after a shaky week 1 in the summer circuit. I'm pretty impressed with how they've been challenging in midfield especially. And as I say that, it's a bad challenge in midfield. And Intercept Bricks just can't turn that in. I've no idea how it didn't go in. It was an incredibly poor challenge. They had an open net for what felt like a minute and a half. And yet it's still 0-0. I'm not sure if we've lost Dodo, but Yiotre is not lost. He passes it to Agro. Agro, though, no boost. Chasing after this. Pre-flip, 0. He can't even get a bump on Shadow, so it's all up to Yiotre here. I'm going to hope that Dodo says something to me when he comes back, because I'm not going to be leaving any gaps for him to come back into because I don't trust him or his internet. But now Yiotre, slow play in the middle. He beats both players, and he's going to put it into the open net. And after that absolute clobbering in Game 1, Intercept Bricks come back out and take their first lead of this series. RIP Dodo in the chat. Put those Fs in there. Maybe we'll see him again. I'm not sure. We'd all love to. Just going to quickly check my Discord and see if I can find him. He's just disappeared completely. And as I do that, my eyes were off the game briefly, seeing if I could get Dodo back into this.
I'm back.
Oh, there he is. And there is
My Discord's
PMRLR Esports putting it into the top corner. Well, relatively, kind of, almost the top corner. And leveling up the score. Dodo, you missed a good goal from Intercept Bricks. They're back into it. Oh, and okay. Now my internet's dead.
I'm sorry. I can still hear you, though.
All right, I think we're back. I'm not sure what is happening right now. We are just having
need to get our internets fixed.
For real. This is crazy.
Yeah, someone called Jeff Bezos for us. I think he deals with that.
But I think everything's back to normal, so we are chilling. Sorry, guys, for that technical difficulty. But
Sorry, I'm just going to get right back into it. Dank Driver pokes his ball up high. It's a pass to Agro.
Oh.
That shot might be in, and it is. Agro gives the Bricks back the lead that they had surrendered.
Yeah, heads up play. Agro jumping on that. Dank Driver, you feel like he probably should have gotten a touch, but he was in such an awkward spot. If he had touched it, it's just going to spill out to midfield, where Yiotre was waiting and lurking. If he doesn't touch it, which he didn't, it goes in the back of the net. So, lose-lose situation there, but Intercept Bricks happy to take advantage, and they've got to defend here as a shot just rocks the bar, or rocks the post, rather. Dank Driver now retreating back, looking to slow play in the corner as his teammate recovers.
That ball went across dangerously. Yiotre was there. It was just a little bit behind him, and Agro does well there to challenge that shot early. That's something that the Intercept defense has been missing this entire time, and they are not missing goals anymore. Agro dribbles that in all the way down the length of the field, and it's a 2-goal game.
And this is the second time now that we've seen PMRLR just kind of collapse a little bit with that late rotation to the back post. No one there to defend anything. And the Bricks just, again, roll it into an open net.
Dank Driver looking to shoot that off the kickoff, looking for some more kickoff inspiration as there's a double commit in the offensive half for the Bricks. Doesn't look like they'll be punished, and Yiotre actually going to get a shot on net. Can he get it? No. Shadow was there. Agro can't get it on net, and now this could be a breakaway for Shadow, and Shadow cuts the deficit to 1.
Yeah, this is such a risky ball to go for, but, I mean, Agro has to. It's an open net if he gets it. But unfortunately, he doesn't get it, doesn't hit the target. The ball bounces off the post, and that is a wide open net at the end of an easy counterattack as PMRLR halve that lead, bringing the score to 3-2.
Yiotre now gets this pass to Agro. Agro, not a lot of boost to work with. Gonna get that ball taken away by Dank Driver, but Yiotre is there for the pickup. But it's another overcommit from the Bricks, and they're gonna be punished. Shadow puts in another open net. It's 3-3.
I'm not sure we've seen a goal scored on a defended net yet this game. Every single time this ball has gone in the net, the defense are chasing it back from in front of the ball. It's insane. I've never seen anything quite like the first 2 games of this series. The first game with the 4 goals in the opening minute, 3 of them coming from kickoffs without the other team even touching the ball. And now this one where it's just open net after open net. I think you mentioned earlier in the pre-game that the Bricks are all offense, no defense. It seems like PMRLR are coming from a similar spot.
Yeah, neither team playing the cleanest Rocket League. This ball just pokes high to the sidewall. Agro trying to do something with it. Pokes it over to Yiotre. Does well to get that pass there. Yiotre now steals that boost. Actually doesn't get the steal in the corner. I thought he did. I missaw it. My eyes lied to me, Muntz.
Spectator bug for sure. Oh, is this...
Wait, is this just open?
I got a little bit confused here. Shadow throwing me off with his movement, but Dank Driver knew exactly what he was doing. And that was putting the ball into another wide open net.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Yiotre there. I think he just... I don't know. I don't know where Yiotre was. Like, it's very rare that I don't know where a player was at all. But I had no idea. Oh, Agro!
That was almost filthy. This game is just so confounding. I have no idea what's going on at any point in time. It's either kickoff goals, it's wide open nets. At one point, I thought both teams were going in the wrong direction. But let's see if they can sort it out in the last minute. But PMRLR have just lost their lead that they just earned. Agro slamming this one in. Big challenge in the midfield. And then he's first to the ball after Yiotre has put it into the ceiling. That is massive. And that, with 45 seconds left, this could go either way now. This has been chaos, and I predict it to continue as such.
Yeah, the chaos is a lot of fun to be in at times. It's stressful if you're a player on the field. You have no idea what's going to happen. You're tense, you're sweating. But for the viewing audience, for the viewing public, this is a treat because this is nothing but an offensive explosion as Agro goes for the pass, gets the dunk. Is it going to go down? No, Yiotre is not there for the shot. Shadow gets the clear.
Yeah, the ball just seeming to float in the... Oh, no, Agro's just passed it to the opposition. Oh, it's a wide open net, and he's missed it. Puts it onto the far post, and he's gonna be killing himself for that. That is just absolute roughness right there. And now Yiotre has a chance, but gets shut down, and the offense is in PMRLR's hands. I can't even finish my sentence because of that name before the overtime hits. They won't get the 0-second goal. They won't get an early goal from the kickoff, which is honestly the scariest part of their offense right now.
Yeah, Yiotre actually did something a little bit different right there. I don't know if you noticed, but like he pulled off at the last second and then made them hit the ball into him. As the first man, Yiotre. Oh, Agro got back. Yiotre got a little confused right there. Unfortunately, Agro was in a position to make a play on the ball, but that was almost disastrous for the Intercept bricks.
It was scary. It seemed like he lost input in his controller or something. I'm not sure, but now Agro's going to try and pull this one out. Oh, opts to go back for boost. Yiotre again, just losing. It seems like his controller's DCing. He's just struggling, not even moving now. Let's see if we can find him.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a 2v1 right now.
Yiotre is just on the goal line, stuck. It's all up to Agro in the 2v1. Unfortunately, they do have to just play on as per the rules. We're going to see if we can get this one back to normal, but...
Well, he's moving again now.
Okay, that's good. Solid. So Shadow now takes to the sky. Oh, he might have beaten both, but Agro gets to it. As I finally figure out how to get director cam back on. Oh, no, it's happened again. Yotre's just driven past the ball. I'm not sure what's happening. It seems like it's controller malfunction. It has to be.
Man, that was tough right there. Yiotre, again, that DC almost cost him the game. I think that's the second or third time now. Yiotre frozen again.
Oh,
Shadow
goodness.
has that on target. And that's an anticlimactic end to game 2.
Okay, we got the confirmation from Agro. Yotre's mouse has died. I'm guessing he's looking for batteries. They're going to take a 5-minute break. So, yeah.
We'll give it to him.
Just let them know. I can't even type PMRLR.
I've never been so frazzled by team names and by gameplay and by technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so we're going to head back to the pre-game stream. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Dodo's disconnection. Let's get him back in here looking good.
I love
There
having
he is.
half of your profile picture in my thing.
Yeah, loves it. It is a good profile picture, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It
man,
is.
my hair is real pointy at the moment.
So,
Not sure what that's about.
Muntz,
So,
it feels like PMRLR right there kind of stole a game. Not that they were undeserving, not that they weren't having their own opportunities, but man, for a mouse to die for the bricks and then PMRLR to get that win, when the bricks are trying to tie up the series, they're looking at a sweep now, and it doesn't feel like they necessarily, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just they got a little fortunate there, but you take it.
circumstances have favored them for sure. Looks like,
Oh, we're in.
yep, we are, and let me get into it. So, after some fortuitous circumstances favoring PMRLR, we see Intercept Bricks with a 2-game deficit looking, I mean, down the barrel of a sweep. I guess it's a double barrel right now because they've lost 2 games. And so they need... Anyway, there's barrels that they're looking down. And they're going to need a reverse sweep to get anything from this series. It's been a tumultuous opening 2 games, to say the least. But let's see if they can recover, see if they can get their composure back, see if they can get back into this game, and therefore the series.
Yeah, despite the fortunes favoring PMRLR, they have played their way into this position. They've played brilliantly this series. Their offense has been popping, but Agro does well there to get the ball past both Shadow and Dink Driver. Then he takes a slow challenge there, has an opportunity, but the touch from the defender comes in, but the offense is not stopping for the bricks.
And here's an opportunity here for Yiotre. If he can get a big challenge here, he doesn't. He had an opening. PMRLR were low on boost. They had both committed into that corner. So any kind of forward touch there would have been a counter-attacking chance, but PMRLR just doing really well in the offense, really well in that 50 situation. And now, Agro tries to flick past Shadow, but actually beats him off the wall, gets past one. A little pop might do the job. We can't see because of the demo, and that ball ends up in the back of the net. What a solo goal from Agro.
Yeah, Agro, not the first time he's done it this series, just takes the ball by himself, shows some control, and the bricks have a lead. Let's see if they can hold on to it this time.
That was a kind of a little bit of a filthy dribble. A few shimmies, a few shakes. Oh, Shadow might have just banged this in. near post, slotted it. And another goal from the kickoff. That's their 4th now.
I have 2 words, Muntz.
Go for it.
Kick off. It's what PMRLR are all about. I was talking to their manager, and they told me they spend 16 hours a day practicing their kickoffs, and it's paying off here.
Yeah, and I love that you spoke to their manager, not their coach, because they don't have a coach. These guys self-taught. They just grind kickoffs all day, every day. I've seen their notebook. It is full. There are 73 pages, double-sided, full of kickoff strats. These guys, just adaptation after adaptation. And they've got 4 goals to show for it throughout the series.
Agro now trying to get this ball out of his own corner. It'll go down to Yiotre. Yiotre picks up the full boost. Gets a demo. Oh, but it wasn't on target, and Dink Driver will have the clear. But that was a good threatening possession from the Bricks right there, as the play seems to get a little more physical now.
Yeah, even game. It's back and forth right now. No one really latching on a possession here. A lot of midfield battles. Yiotre and Dank Driver just passing it back and forth. Agro trying to get something, but the ball's midfield. Shadow's got an open shot, unimpeded, but now it's Agro with the defense and maybe a transitional chance.
Yeah, this ball pokes high. Agro had the shot, but Shadow was there to meet it, cut it out before it could be a threat. And now Dink Driver will try to poke this ball away, but Yiotre, being the pest that he is there to shut down the clearance. Big touch, but Agro gets up fast enough. Great defense from Agro right there, and Yiotre will continue the clear.
And we've gone from back and forth in the midfield to suddenly end-to-end stuff. Like I was just saying seconds ago that neither team could latch onto any kind of possession, as Yiotre latches onto that shot and just blasts it from the point-blank range. I think this was from Dank Driver here. Oh, that's rough. But yeah, neither team was able to latch onto possession, and then suddenly both teams just turned into offensive machines.
Yeah, Yiotre did a wonderful job right there, punishing the risky touch there from Shadow, as almost another kickoff goal comes through for PMRLR. Dink Driver kind of just floating to the wind now. But Agro gonna get possession going, maybe looking for the ground pinch. No, gets continuation. Shadow has the save. But the Bricks starting to look pretty threatening.
Yeah, it's good signs for the series going forward as Yiotre passes this back to Agro, who just rockets this. Dank might be able to get back, but he can't. I thought he had it in him once he flipped, but too much pace on the shot from Agro, full length of the field, to give his team a 2-goal buffer.
Yeah, 3-1 for the Bricks. 1:28 on the clock. PMRLR, plenty of time to come back. But you're starting to feel that momentum shift a little bit in favor of the Bricks, something we haven't seen this series yet.
That was another kickoff chance. It was an open net, just put high. I think it was Dank Driver with the shot, but scary stuff from these kickoffs. As Dank Driver's backwards and nearly gets the save. Agro forces it in past him, though. And good signs for the Bricks. They needed this confidence builder if they want to start this reverse sweep off.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're Agro and Yiotre right now, Agro, you just tell Yiotre, hey, just sit back at the midfield, let me do my thing, and you don't let them get on offense. And honestly, that might just let them win this series if no adjustments are made.
For real, yeah. I think well-defined roles between these two might help. They've been a little bit all over the place. I think we've mentioned the word chaotic at times. I thought that was going to go in, and Yotre's going to get this counter-attack goal. That should secure the game. I don't want to jinx them, but I think 4 goals in a minute. I haven't seen too much from PMRLR in the recent minutes, but...
yeah, but Muntz,
yeah,
you know what's coming up right now.
What's coming up?
It's a kickoff.
It is a kickoff, and if they score from this kickoff, you know what comes after that?
Another kickoff.
Yeah, you're right. That's what they pay us the big bucks for. That analysis. The kickoff's gone begging, so PMRLR have lost this game, unfortunately.
Yep, it's over.
It's over.
And we hate to call games as a goal is almost scored by PMLR letters.
Yeah, you want my tip? So I've written in a notepad in big letters, PMRLR, and I'm holding it up next to the screen at all times for when I need to say their name. As Yiotre puts in I thought it was a double, but instead it's a pass to Agro with a bump to follow. And Agro puts in the team's 6th goal. And as predicted by your analytical casters, this game is all but over. PMRLR just getting bapped, and the Brazil comes in as well. Can we get an exclamation mark Brazil in the chat?
Yeah, finally Bricks get a kickoff goal of their own. Agro saying, no, it's our turn to take control of the kickoff.
And 19 seconds left. It's just for pride right now for this game. For PMRLR, as Agro doing his best to shatter that pride. Even more than a Brazil can possibly shatter it. And he's actually going off the sidewall here, looking for a flip reset. He can't get it. And when this ball hits the ground or enters a goal, we are going to see that orange or that little white pip light up on the orange side of the scoreboard. Intercept Bricks taking their first game in this best of 5 and bringing the series score to 2-1.
So I'm seeing a little bit of mirroring right now. PMRLR won that game 1 decisively. And then we had a close overtime in game 2. So I'm wondering now, since Bricks won this decisively, are we going to see an overtime in game 4, which I would love.
I would love to see an overtime where Yiotre doesn't lose mouse control.
And maybe even one of the PMRLR players, like for the sake of symmetry.
Yes, absolutely.
Loses. Just that way, like, it's a perfect mirror. And then game 5 goes to infinity because no one ever wins.
That would be fantastic, actually. Okay,
yeah, we'll be.
I mean, you know, what's the thing? You speak it into existence. So
yeah,
we've done it. It's going to happen. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh.
As Agro pokes us downfield, the net was open, but it wasn't on target. Fortunate for PMRLR, but that was on target. Tank Driver able to just sit there with 0 boost and poke it out of the net. I don't know how he was in the right position.
Did he get that read and just sit there, patience, ice in his veins, and just let that ball bounce off the crossbar and hit him? Or was it luck?
We're calling it, no, we're calling it the read. 100% we're calling it the read. Tank Driver, beautiful read for the save right there. And now Yiotre and Agro are trying to get back on the offensive.
Tank Driver wrapping it around the corner, puts it to the midfield. Yiotre needed a touch there. Both him and Agro facing their own net. And Agro might have just set up a bounce dribble for himself. Lets it drop. He's looking for the 50. Where's Yiotre? He's there for a 50 to follow. And Tank Driver's going to get rid of this danger. And Agro and Yiotre are going to have to reset here. And actually, they're going to have to defend an immediate shot that they double commit for. And this is looking interesting.
Yeah, Shadow turned quick right there. I didn't expect a quick counterattack out of the but I think it was a really smart play by Shadow overall to force the panic out of the Bricks half. And now Yiotre trying to get this out of his own half. This is an opportunity now for Agro, but Shadow has the clear.
Danger zones
and this ball's back to the corner.
Yeah, Yiotre though, big clear here. Might be able to follow, but I think he needed to commit a little harder to that 50. And Agro might have been able to get on the end of the resulting ball into midfield, but instead he's got 0 boost. Defending in his own third, Yiotre trying to pick it up. He's just handed the ball away to Tank Driver, who in turn hands it back. No one really doing anything effective here, but Shadow might have just lobbed this into the top shelf. Agro equal to it.
Yeah, nice little second touch from Yiotre right there. Agro has really been delightful recently with his goal line saves as he gets the pass to Yiotre. Oh, the pass was so good, but Shadow had it read and then has the counter attack, and PMRLR have the lead.
Shadow was just so big here. Defends the shot, puts it onto Agro, and then beats Agro to the following ball as it bounces off the sidewall. PMRLR taking their first lead, and it's a lead that they need after getting absolutely bapped in the last game. I mean, this is working. Again, we talked about the synergy, the mirroring. This is what happened in that game 2, way back when.
Yeah, absolutely. And Agro, I was mesmerized for a second by Agro's air dribble. I was hoping just so much that would be successful because I wanted to see it happen. But PMRLR did a beautiful job defending. Now Tank Driver trying to get the offense going. Yiotre beats him to that ball. Shadow has it in the midfield, but just gives it up to Agro. This is going to be awkward. And it's a whiff from Tank Driver to give up the tie to the Bricks.
Yeah, that one's rough. He has the full boost as well from midfield. Just maybe felt like he had to rush a little more than he needed to. Flies under the ball, past it. And that ball goes into the open net. Intercept Bricks leveling up the score once more. And just a reminder, this is a best of 5. If PMRLR pull out the win in this game, they will be walking home with the W in the series. Meanwhile, Intercept Bricks needing to win 2 in a row. And Yiotre might have just gotten them started on that path.
Yeah, beautiful pass here from Agro. Gets the challenge in the corner. Just floats out to Yiotre. Waiting in the perfect position. That's great comms, great rotation from the Bricks. And they have a lead under 2 minutes left in game 4.
Now, big kickoff. It's a big delayed kickoff. And if Dank Driver gets the bump, which he doesn't on Yiotre, that could have been a free goal for his teammate. But instead, Agro looking for another flip reset. And again, just making contact with the ball, but nowhere near getting all 4 wheels on it. Maybe needs to just give up on that for the day. Opt for a more vanilla air dribble, since his air dribbles have been dangerous and they haven't been dealt with by the defense of PMRLR.
Yeah, you know, you love to see the flashy mechanics from players. They're exciting plays and they can really spark a team for a lot of momentum. But when you're not 100% consistent at a mechanic, it's probably not the best time to try to pull it out in game 4 when you're on the brink of elimination. And what a save there by Agro.
He wasn't credited with it, but that was going into the back of the net. He gets there last minute. Now Yiotre has an opportunity to shoot. Instead, pops it to the corner. Dank Driver, flat-footed up to this, gets dunked. It's all up to Shadow, and Shadow does the job. Now Dank Driver with the dribble. Big 50 in midfield. Who's going to win it? It's going to be Yiotre who shoots. Shadow awkward now. And backwards even. Agro almost with the goal at his mercy, but can't generate any power on that shot.
Yeah, and I think right there, that was a really good insight into kind of what's been happening with that Bricks rotation. As Agro gets removed and Yiotre is going to have to scramble back. Oh, the shot comes in from Dank Driver, and we're tied up. 25 seconds on the clock.
What a demo this was. On the rotation out, getting rid of the second man can be huge if your teammate wins the challenge. And in this case, Shadow won the challenge, and Dank Driver able to finish and get this game level once more with 22 seconds remaining. And we might be heading for that overtime.
Oh, Shadow with the opportunity to redeem PMRLR. For that previous goal they let in. No, it happens a second time, and the Bricks have the lead.
And I barely finished with the last syllable of overtime, and that ball just slams into the net. But it's another high challenge that PMRLR have just whiffed straight underneath. But they've got 11 seconds now to even the score up. It's an awkward bounce shot. Agro turns it onto the post, and now Yiotre trying to just end all doubt, but he's gone all in on a challenge. It's a 2v1. Agro, too big, too strong, gets that ball grounded. Too big, too strong, and now level at 2-2 is what I should have said.
And so there we have the mirror months. It was a tough win for the Bricks there in game 4, and now we have game 5. I'm done. I don't know what's going to happen anymore. I'm at the end of my symmetry comparison.
Absolutely. I know what's going to happen. We're going to have a really, really fun game 5. These teams have been just absolute chaos. It's been a mess at times, but it's been so much fun. And we are waiting to jump in. No, everyone's jumping in. We're good to go. I mean, the momentum has to be with the Bricks, right? But this is a best of 1 situation. Whoever wins this goes home with the W. Anything could happen right now, and anything has been happening for the majority of the series.
Oh, Yiotre, maybe a quick shot, and it's a quick lead for the Bricks. 9 seconds into game 5. Yiotre strikes.
Yeah, nice pass off the corner to himself, and then just slams it past the diving goalkeeper. Really nice, commanding way to open up the scoring. And mention that momentum for the Bricks. It looks like it is continuing. Oh, it's another kickoff strat. A really hard cheat. And it has worked out. Dank Driver with the demo. Doesn't have the boost to turn it in with any pace. And Yiotre's going to shut him down. But that was pixels away from being an opening goal for PMRLR.
Yeah, Dank Driver, I think wanted to try to just generate some power on that shot. Maybe he should have just slowly dribbled it in with a 50, but either way, it doesn't matter. The scoreboard is what it is right now. 0 for PMRLR, 1 for the Bricks.
I do want to say, like, we've joked about them grinding kickoffs 16 hours a day and 74-page notepad with strats, but I'm starting to believe it. These guys have pulled out multiple strats and they've mostly been effective. And I mean, they nearly got a huge goal right then if it wasn't just for a miss of a 12 boost pad.
Yeah, it has been extremely impressive from the PMRLR side. Like, you hardly ever see teams pull out actual kickoff strats, and it's like you said, they pulled out multiple with fidelity. And it's really awesome to see that, especially at this level of Rocket League, because you don't typically see that.
Oh, the ball comes down off the crossbar and out. That is just a heartbreaking miss, but Dank Driver's not giving up yet. He's going to play this back to Shadow, but he hits it a little high. He's going to have to go after it himself. Agro's going to play it away. And there were some shenanigans right there. I think that's twice now that PMRLR a little unlucky not to come away with an equalizer.
Yeah, that ball was just so strong off the crossbar. They couldn't find a follow-up. Oh, but Dank Driver got big right there. Yiotre has to come in for the clear, and he'll get it. Agro picks up the corner boost, trying to get this ball past Shadow and Dank Driver now. It's another slow dribble, but Dank Driver won't let a goal come to fruition from it.
2v1 opportunity here. Shadow, big whiff. Can Agro adjust? He can, and he's big enough to get rid of the ball afterwards. Yiotre now has put this midfield, and Agro with a chance to double the lead gets shut down by Shadow.
Close opportunities again. The PMRLR offense is humming, but is this clear just going into the... No, it's off the crossbar. Shadow, a clutch clear, but Agro keeps the pressure on, and it's in. It's a 2-goal lead for the Bricks.
And as we approach half-time, Agro puts his team 2 goals ahead. And the rotation. Dank Driver just not expecting that shot was going to be unimpeded. Went for the boost. The goal left gaping, and Agro finishes the job.
So how do PMRLR respond being down by 2 goals in Game 5?
I legitimately did not know that you were trying to say their name then. It's like, what's he saying? I've forgotten how to understand English. As Agro pulls this out of the corner. Important challenge. He does get demoed for his efforts, but it has opened up an opportunity for Yiotre, who's trying to squeeze this towards the net. Dank Driver's backwards. Dank Driver's challenging. And Dank Driver's gonna clear with a full boost pad.
Yeah, the chaos of this series continues as no one knew what was happening in front of that net there. Yiotre needs a save here, pokes it to the midfield, and Agro will have the follow-up. No one from PMRLR was there for the follow-up.
1 minute, 45 seconds away from securing a reverse sweep. They might have just made things harder for themselves, but PMRLR get on the end of it eventually. I thought Shadow was going to score with a redirect right here, but Dank Driver keeps with the play, beats Yiotre to this ball, and halves that lead. And now Intercept Bricks maybe just starting to lay some as PMRLR come roaring back. It's been all offense all the time for the last minute or so for PMRLR.
But Agro with an opportunity there. Dank Driver beats him to it, gets a big time clear, and a challenge by Yiotre lets that ball just roll to the orange corner.
Did you hear my laying bricks reference? It was pretty subtle. I just want to bring the attention to it. As Dank Driver pops this to the post or to the crossbar. Shadow tracking this back. Dank Driver just leaves that mid boost. He had 100 in the tank as he went over it. Now Shadow's awkward. Yiotre trying to catch this and keep the pressure on. Does so. One more touch might do it, but he can't. He has beaten Dank Driver, and Agro finishes after the ball just floats over the hapless defender here. I'm not sure what happened to Dank Driver, but Yotre's just beaten him square. My goodness.
My hands are in the air right now. I did not think that Yiotre had that last touch to get it over the defender in net. He did. Agro was there waiting, arms open for the pass, and it's back to a 2-goal insurance lead for the Bricks.
They have 50 seconds to hold on as Shadow inches towards that level score. 47 seconds now to hold on. It was a 2-goal lead, now only 1. And things are getting a little bit sweaty and a little bit exciting.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna chalk that up to a kickoff goal because that ball off the sidewall, that Shadow followed up on, was off the kickoff. So that's the 5th kickoff goal for PMRLR.
At least 5.
Oh, they almost got another there.
Probably closer to 20. But Agro, big dribble here, gets the flick. Oh, Dank Driver with the save, puts it wide. And Shadow
Did
now.
Agro bump Jank Driver into that save?
I don't think so, but it's possible. I could be convinced.
Oh, but Yiotre might put the game away here. 21 seconds left. It's another 2-goal lead. Let's see if the Bricks can hold on to it.
And Bricks just putting their foot on the head of PMRLR as they try to claw back. They're just not giving an inch right now. PMRLR score a goal. And the Bricks score one of their own to get that lead back to 2. And they might have a kickoff goal of their own here to secure the series. Surely that'll do it. 15 seconds remaining. Intercept Bricks with the 3-goal lead.
Everyone, turn your brooms upside down. We have a reverse sweep.
Honestly, this series had everything. It had technical difficulties. We had a player lose control completely of their mouse in a vital overtime. It looks like we're having a reverse sweep. We've had amazing commentary as Yiotre shoots this one in off the angle, and for the 2nd game in a row, scores 6 goals. Well, his team scores 6 goals. Was it? I talked about amazing commentary. Is it 2 games in a row now they've scored 6 goals? Anyway, we can move on. Forget about it. This game's over. I'm just going to stop the stream right now.
Yeah, and it's a good ending point. 6-2 in favor of the Bricks. They take game 5, but was extremely, extremely close, but now in decisive fashion as they put a 7th on the board. And this is when it rains, it pours.
It does. Like, it's starting to hurt a little bit, but you got to love it. Bricks, they started off with an absolute bapping happening to them. A bappening. And
a bappening.
A bappening. And they've turned it around, quite literally, completely turned it around with this reverse sweep. Hugely impressive stuff. You've got to look at their mentals and just marvel. Because their defense and their play in the first game and maybe even parts of the second it was just shambles. It was shenanigans. It was utter confusion at all times. There was no synergy. There was no intention. There was no deliberateness. And somehow they've survived. They've regained that composure and they've come roaring back, securing the reverse sweep and taking their 2nd win of this circuit.
Yeah, it never felt really like the Bricks had full control of the series at any point. You know, even when they were winning, until the very last minute of that game 5, even when they were winning in that game 5, PMRLR were always a threat. They were always there, threatening kickoff goals, threatening breakaway goals. But the Bricks just held it together just long enough, made enough good individual plays, and they held on for the win.
I mean, PMRLR, they had that opportunity from a kickoff where I think if Dank Driver had picked up a 12 boost pad, they might have come away with the series. Like, it was that close. Even though it was, 7 goals to 2 or something at the end. Like, it was such a fine margin up to that collapse from PMRLR, who, you know, they're pushing forward in the last seconds to try and come back into the series. They're going to give up goals if they're not scoring them. But up to that point, it was just a 12 boost pad in it. It's just incredible.
Yeah, that last minute was not indicative of how PMRLR played that entire series. I was again, I know we've raved about this, but they just their kickoff goals and their kickoff strategies were just so impressive, and the way that they would absorb pressure to find those holes in the Bricks rotation. It was fantastic. So I'm impressed with what I saw from them, and I look forward to hopefully casting them again in the future.
Absolutely. And I'm really glad that you did mention their open play, their defense, because while we've been ranting about their kickoffs, that's just because that's so unusual at this level to see anything like that, at any level really. But they were so strong all over the pitch in all aspects of that game. But, I mean, Bricks just came back. That was so fun. And before I forget, we've got a shout out to Thumper. Renewed his 7-month subscription during that series. Thumper, if you're still here, much appreciated. One of the OGs, one of the major sponsors of our stream as well.
For real, for real.
And Malice here with a 6-month resub. Malice, thank you. You are appreciated, my